Tonight on CTV, we bring you the updates on the U+2 ordinance and what it means for the Fort Collins community.
Plus, a new building makes room on CSU's campus. We'll have more on that later.
And stay tuned to find out how a local business is helping those affected by the government shutdown. All this and more starting now on CTV.
Good evening, Rams. I'm Sunday Miller, and I hope you enjoyed a relaxing winter break.
CTV is back with all the news you need to know for the semester. I'm Edgar, Cedillo, and if you're a student affected by the U+2 ordinance, you'll want to pay attention to our top story of the night. A newly released survey found that most Fort Collins residents believe that the U+2 ordinance has no significant impact in their neighborhood, but the support for the ordinance is still higher than the opposition. Nearly 4/5 of people surveyed said that there is no noticeable effect from it, while 42% said that they supported the ordinance, with only a quarter of people opposing it. U+2 is a city ordinance in Fort Collins that says no more than 3 unrelated persons can live in a household at a time. In 2018, the City of Fort Collins commissioned Denver-based Corona Insights for this study, with other organizations pitching in funding as well, including Colorado State University and CSU Student Government, the Associated Students of CSU.
Vaping and the use of any other tobacco products is banned on campus. The ban is a result of a 2018 executive order signed by former Governor John Hickenlooper. The ban ordered the use of tobacco products to any state-owned property. Although CSU has not yet announced how they plan on implementing the ban, members of CSU faculty met for discussion today and expect to have the details finalized by next week. The ban is also intended to reduce exposure to secondhand smoke on campus and to support the campus community in quitting, reducing, or never starting the use of tobacco-related products. Signs indicating the change have already been spotted on campus, like this one. For more information, you can visit tobaccofree.colorado.edu.
Colorado State University has adopted a Land Acknowledgement statement intended to honor the campus's history as the homeland of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Ute nations and peoples. The statement comes as a recommendation from a task force on Native American initiatives made up of Native American students, staff, and community members. The team was formed following a profiling of 2 young Native American men on the CSU campus last spring. The incident gained national attention. One part of the statement reads, "CSU is founded as a land-grant institution, and we accept that our mission must encompass access to education and inclusion, and significantly that our founding came at a dire cost to Native nations and peoples whose land that this university was built on." Ty Smith, director of the Native American Cultural Center, said that the history behind CSU's land-grant mission generally leaves out the Native American narrative. He said, "There's been an indigenous presence on this area for hundreds of years. It is a critical part of understanding this history where CSU resides in this part of northern Colorado."
The Nancy Richardson Design Center celebrated their official opening last Friday. The center cost $19.5 million, and Nancy herself donated $8.1 million. The building was under construction since September of 2017 to January of this year.
Nancy Richardson led a helping hand in the foundation of OtterBox, a consumer electronics accessory company founded in Fort Collins that is now recognized worldwide.
Creation of this beautiful building named in her honor. We are all very appreciative to have such a beautiful space.
I came up here in 1977 to CSU and graduated in 1982 in interior design.
Laura Mullinan, the director of the Richardson Design Center, has been at CSU since 2013.
We want everybody on campus to come and check it out and come collaborate with us and take classes in the building and use the equipment in the building, and we hope that it will just be a vibrant space that all students at CSU feel like they can come and be a part of.
In this computer-based classroom, workspace is maximized when computers rise out of the
So I think we will really see it as a place, we're really thinking of it as a hub for design and design thinking, so kind of an attractor place where people can come, find other people that inspire them, find a setting that inspires them, find tools and technologies and other people that inspire them, and really come together and collaborate around this whole idea of design and open-ended problems and creativity.
Students can register for courses in the Design Center for Fall 2019 in April.
I just wish all the students good luck, and I hope that they enjoy the building. I hope they use the building, and I'm really excited to see what the future holds.
This is Isabella Roberts reporting with CTV.
For more information about the Design Center, you can visit chhs.colostate.edu.
With the 2018 Farm Bill recently passed, a nationwide legalization of industrial hemp is now in full effect. The law paves the way for more extensive research, which researchers at CSU have taken full advantage of. Brian Mitchell, a PhD student of the horticulture department, recently worked on a 2-year-long study of the irrigation of hemp. Mitchell's work studied hemp irrigation, and Mitchell and other researchers at CSU are looking toward better understanding a plant that was previously off limits. Mitchell told the Collegian, quote, "Since hemp was lumped in with marijuana, there is no understanding of the differences between them. But it is just another crop, and we need real-world solutions for it."
In CSU research news, one PhD student adjusted a 2024 study on the use of yoga for stroke victims to see if it could help those with Parkinson's disease. In an email to the Collegian, Laura Swink, a PhD student in the Occupation and Rehabilitation Science major, wrote yoga and group occupational therapy that was focused on identifying and reducing risk factors improved the balance and risk factor management. Now Swink is beginning to analyze the results of the study. She wrote, "What I can share is that participants loved the social component of the program and were very motivated to help each other and share insight on what they have changed to reduce fall risk."
After 35 days of receiving no pay, government employees began to look for other ways to make ends meet during the historic government shutdown. With the government shutdown lasting more than 30 days, people across the U.S. got creative to help government workers in a time of need.
My chef, Brian Shaner, came up with the idea. He emailed myself and the business partner, Sam, and said, hey, we should do something for the employees affected by the shutdown.
Next Italian, being a local Fort Collins favorite, had success bringing out government workers and received praise from the Fort Collins community.
So we're trying to figure out how to get the word out and kind of not having any luck getting any contacts. So on Monday we said, well, let's just do it. Let's put it out there on social media. And it just kind of spread like wildfire. And within 24 hours, the whole restaurant was reserved with employees affected by the shutdown.
This is not the first time that Nick's has put on events to help out Fort Collins residents. Since opening in 2015, they have put on an annual event to benefit the community.
I just wanted people to have a little respite from what they're going through and come into Nick's and have a dinner on me and just have a good time with their families.
With the longest government shutdown in U.S. history, Nick's Italian on College Avenue opened its doors to more than 150 workers on Wednesday night.
Unfortunately, it turned some people away because we just didn't have, had no more tables, and I never want a bigger restaurant, but I wish tonight I had one so we could have fed some more people.
Nick says that after sharing the event, others reached out with more ways to help. He hopes that others in Fort Collins do the same.
This was, this was just something that we felt like we wanted to do, be part of the community, and just wanted to help out. I didn't really know what to expect, and it's like, this feels so good that if maybe you want to do it again, I think some other people should do it too. Now, with the government reopened through February 15th, Nick says that if the need and the opportunity comes up, he'd do it again. Congress and the President continue to negotiate funding before the possibility of another government shutdown on February 15th. Well, that's all we have for news tonight.
But stick around because we've got weather, sports, and entertainment after the break.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Good evening, and I'm Hannah Willis, your Tuesday night weather anchor. I'll be telling you whether or not you need to bundle up in the coming days. The current temperature is 25 degrees and it's slightly cloudy with wind gusts at 3 miles per hour. The sunset was at 5:14 p.m. A look back on the day shows that the sky was relatively clear and sunny. The temperature was quite cold, as could be seen by students bundling up on their way to class. The trees around campus remain barren and leafless, and the vegetation remains relatively brown and relatively dead. Looking ahead in the week, tonight's forecast is projected to be -17 low in Gunnison, and the whole southwest side of the state is supposed to be pretty cold, with 0 in Telluride, -12 in Alamosa. Fort Collins is projected to be 13 degrees later this evening. A look at tomorrow's highs show that Fort Collins will be 45 degrees and Denver will almost reach 50 degrees. Looking ahead on the week, this warming trend is supposed to continue, with Thursday reaching 49 degrees and Friday 53. This temperature increase is supposed to increase into the weekend, with the high 50s showing up Saturday and Sunday. Thank you for watching the Tuesday night weather segment. Now stay tuned for the sports segment with Jessica and Terah.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream, that I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly, just to come back in a new disguise and be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Fans, and welcome back. I'm Jessica Mendoza.
And I'm Terah Barrio. Jessica, there was a lot of action that took place this weekend with tennis and track and field. Let's break down the action.
The Colorado State tennis team spent the weekend in Madison, Wisconsin to begin their spring season. The women took on the University of Illinois Chicago during the first day, where their number 2 and 3 doubles came away with wins. However, CSU's number 1 team lost to UIC's Lucy Prochaskova and Karina Beal 5-7. The singles matchup, Emily Luchweger at 1, Alyssa Grijalva at 2, Stella Cliff at 3, and Riley Reeves at 6, helped to push the Rams to defeat the Flames 5-2. The next day, the Rams would look to take down the hosting Badgers, but the Rams' success from their singles the day before could not be replicated. The Badgers took away CSU's top-ranked 1-4 singles matches, led by Sarah Castellano. In doubles competition, the Rams also lost at number 1 and 3, 3-6, and 1-6. The 2-5 defeat would bring the Colorado State team to 1-1. Number 2 singles and number 1 doubles, Alyssa Grijalva wasn't completely satisfied with the team's opening weekend, but did stay positive by telling CTV, "I felt that this past weekend went pretty well. I played good, but could have also improved for the next tournament. As for the team, it was a good weekend. We were proud of our competing and the positive energy we brought to Wisconsin. I feel if we keep it up, we will be ready for our conference matches." The tennis team will play next in Phoenix, Arizona on February 10th.
I'm excited to see how they perform next weekend, but over the weekend, the track and field headed down to Colorado Springs for the Air Force Invitational, where the women finished in 3rd and the men finished in 4th. Earlier today, senior Hunter Powell was named Mountain West Men Field Athlete of the Week. Powell is now one of 5 Colorado State track members who have received Mountain West honors for the 2018-2019 academic season, alongside Kelsey Bedard, Mary Beth Sant, Ronald Sales, and Colin Rockwold. Powell completed his heptathlon 600 points more than he did his last invitational. In case you didn't know, it includes 7 events, which are the 100-meter hurdles, high jump, shot put, 200-meter dash, long jump, javelin, and the 800-meter run. Powell's performance this weekend racked up his personal best for the season and now ranks 6th on the CSU all-time indoor list. He is currently the Mountain West leader in the heptathlon and as of today ranks 19th in the NCAA. Powell and the rest of the track team will travel to Boulder, Colorado, where they will compete in the Colorado Invitational, which will begin Thursday and continue on through Saturday.
Well, Terah, that's certainly an honor for Hunter Powell, but currently the CSU men's basketball team is hosting Boise State from Moby Arena, and CTV basketball reporter Brian Buck is there right now. So, Brian, how's the game going so far?
Hey, Jessica, in Moby Arena. Men's playing right now. We've got about 10 minutes left. The Rams are winning so far, 16-11. Really, they started off well. On Saturday, Fresno State, one of the best because they play defense. They haven't played as good as defense, but they're playing great. Moving the ball inside, bunch of points. Boise State actually put to his zone defense for 4 minutes, which is pretty impressive. The Rams are really ball inside. Since the time after scoring 13 points, about 4.5 minutes. It's gone back and forth. Boise's closed the lead. Rams up by as much as 11-4 at point. Well, this is about 10 minutes to go here. Rams look good and a ton of people, and of course.
Well, it looks like we had some technical difficulties there, but thank you for the update anyways, Brian. If you'd like to if you'd like to follow along for updates with the game throughout the week, follow the CTV Sports Twitter account at sports_CTV.
Well, Jessica, we cannot leave without talking about the Super Bowl that's coming up this weekend. So we tested students around campus to see what they thought who was going to win this weekend's Super Bowl.
What's up, Ram fans? I'm Jessica Mendoza here with Terah Barrio, and we are here in the LSC.
And we're 5 days away from Super Bowl 53, so we're out here asking CSU students who they think will win.
So, Tyler, who do you think is going to win Super Bowl 53?
I'm very confident that the Patriots will win Super Bowl 53.
And why are you so confident about that one?
Because Tom Brady's the GOAT. What do you mean?
You're not worried about the Rams at all?
California? I'm not worried about anybody from California.
Do you have any score predictions for us today?
Yeah, I'm thinking Patriots 62, Rams 3.
I'm hoping the Patriots because I'm salty at the Rams because I'm a diehard Saints fan, so they took them out of the Super Bowl and I'm mad about it.
That's fair, but are you not nervous at all that the Rams could be an underdog and come back and win?
I pretty much know nothing about football, so they probably could, but you know, who knows? Probably won't watch.
Pats.
And how do you think they're going to win this game against the Rams?
4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns? So what's the final score going to be here?
I don't know, maybe 45 to 27.
Not the Patriots.
Let us know why you don't want the Patriots to win.
Because they just been in the Super Bowl too much, man. Like, let somebody else win. I didn't mean to say that.
I think it's going to be the Patriots.
Yeah, you got to go with Tom. I want the Rams, but Tom's going to pull it out.
I mean, everyone wants the Rams. The whole country wants the Rams, but
it's going to be a repeat of 2002.
That's what I'm thinking, too. Yeah.
So do you guys have any score predictions for us?
No. I'm going to go 38-35 Patriots. Game-winning field goal by Gostkowski.
Ooh, okay. No comment.
No, I'd hate to say it, but I think the Pats might take it, but I would love to see Jared Goff take home his first Super Bowl.
So why do you think the Patriots are going to take it?
I mean, it's Tom Brady. He's always done what he needs to when it comes on time to end, but I'd hate to see him win this year.
Well, I hate the Patriots, so I'm going to have to go with the Rams.
Do you have any score predictions for us?
Absolutely not.
You know, I really hope the Rams do, but unfortunately, I think the Patriots are going to win it. But I think 99% of the nation's hoping the Rams win it.
What are you most worried about coming from the Patriots?
That Tom Brady or Belichick's going to cheat or something like they always do.
That's fair. Do you have a prediction score?
I think it's going to be pretty close because both offenses are pretty strong. Probably maybe in the 40s, I'm guessing, on both teams. Maybe.
Well, Jessica, what are your thoughts for the Super Bowl this weekend?
So it's pretty obvious from that video that students around CSU think that the Patriots are going to win. However, they want the Rams to win. And personally, I believe in the Rams. I think that the whole atmosphere that McVay has got for this Rams team, it's new and it's fresh. And I think that this Patriots team is the exact opposite. I think they've become really predictable. And I talked about that last night on the Triple J Pick'em Challenge. I think that just Tom Brady has gotten a little old. He's kind of just starting with those short shots, and Jason didn't like that last night, but I'll stick with what I said. And I think that this Rams team has a really good set of running backs that they're going to use to dominate this Patriots team this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but I will say this, you can't count the Patriots out. I mean, let's go 2 years ago back to the Super Bowl when the Atlanta Falcons were taking on the Patriots. The Atlanta Falcons were up first 3 quarters, and then Tom Brady pulled out the win in the 4th. So I'm just saying, with a team like this, you have to be able to play hard and give it your all the full 60 minutes, and you can't step down whatsoever. So,
I think you're absolutely right about that.
Deeply down, I mean, I would love to see the Rams take this just because the Patriots have been there, 3 years now in a row, so it'd be nice to see them, but just don't roll out Tom Brady.
A fair point. But well, Ram fans, before we go, keep an eye on our social media accounts to give us your input on a new segment that Tara and I want to introduce next week. So each week we'll be asking you guys what sports topics or controversies you want to see us talk about each Tuesday. And 3 of your ideas will be put into a hat, and then Tara and I will give our opinions on whichever subject is drawn. So with that being said, I'm Jessica Mendoza.
And I'm Tara Barrio. But don't go anywhere, Rams, because up next, Justin's with entertainment.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
Good evening, Rounds, and welcome back to another exciting semester with us at CTV. I'm your host, Justin Rios, back from the holidays to dish out the deets on all things entertainment. I don't know about you, but science classes are legit my worst enemy. Like, seriously, learning about chemistry and mitochondria being the powerhouse of the cell? What? Luckily, the LSC tends to find a way to unify art with something specific, like science. The Kerfman Gallery in the LSC is taking submissions for their art and science exhibition until February 7th, bridging the gap between art and science. Submissions are open to all CSU faculty, students, and staff. All mediums are welcome, and you can submit your art at natsci.colostate.edu/art-science. I personally want to thank my AP physics teacher in high school for making me loathe science classes. I'm pretty sure all of us are feeling a mix of that back-to-school excitement and dread last week. But now it's too late. We're here. No turning back. But if you're still feeling that down on having to wake up at 9 in the morning every day, don't worry. Here's some advice from fellow Rams to help you get back into that school spirit.
Hi, I'm Justin Rios, here to talk to students about their break and starting the semester. I mean, you must have been prepared to come back and been like, you know what, I had my fun, or were you just like, I really don't want to come back to school?
I definitely didn't want to come back to school at all. I'm taking a couple credits this semester, so it's a little stressful, so it was hard going from a transition where I was napping all the time and relaxing to like going right into schoolwork and trying to do okay and graduating.
Same.
if you're trying to graduate, if you're trying to do school, I think you got to focus on school, and then you can have some fun, but it's got to come after.
What about you? What have you done to prepare? Have you taken your advice?
Have I?
Yeah, have you?
Right. I've tried to the best I can. Yeah.
What advice would you give to other college students in order to prepare for the semester?
Definitely go talk to your professors. I think everybody says it, but it actually getting on the first name base with your professor.
Don't take life too seriously. You know, catch up on your sleep, focus on your mental health, focus on your physical health and everything. School is very important, obviously, but right now sometimes you got to take a second for your own well-being.
If you still stay up late like me, well, we really need to get into a normal sleeping schedule that doesn't consist of staying up until 3 in the morning. So, I don't know about you, but I'm a firm believer of eating breakfast whenever you dang well please. I mean, who wouldn't want a breakfast burrito for lunch or dinner? It's simply exciting, and breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Here is a local treat that will surely whet your appetite.
Are your taste buds on fire too? Mountain Cafe is a family-owned comfort food restaurant in Fort Collins, serving up some delish dining made from scratch. In its 45th year in business, Mountain Cafe remains a top-rated Fort Collins restaurant on TripAdvisor.
I love Fort Collins, and this is my hometown. I will be in here, and I love people around Fort Collins. They're friendly.
Mountain Cafe prides itself on presenting an old-fashioned, home-cooked meal experience that gives customers a more personal and memorable experience. In fact, 2 to 3 generations of Foco natives continue to dine with Mr. and Mrs. Kamandi and their family to this day.
That's the only reason that I keep it in old-fashioned here, because anytime I decide to change here, different colors, they told me we come here to remind us our grandma, grandpa, those kind of stuff.
Nothing. We just appreciate having the restaurant, all our customers, the students.
And I'm happy with everybody around my customers and my town, and I call it my town. I'm originally from Afghanistan, but this is my home.
If there's one thing to be learned, it's that home truly is where the heart is.
I really need to reset my sleep schedule to wake up early for some excellent breakfast cuisine. No? Just me? Ah, the 60s, a time before us millennials had the power of an iPhone to post our daily thoughts or snap pics of pumpkin spice lattes. Off Kilter on Point, Art of the 1960s is the name of an open exhibit at the Gregory Alakar Museum of Art, showcasing art and styles of the 60s. From abstract to pop, where the civil rights movement, the moon landing, and the first televised presidential debate took place. This exhibit presents major stylistic trends of art from the 1960s in the US and Europe, and is open now until April 13th, promising to be totally tubular. Tubular is a word from the 60s, right? Well, Rams, I'm all out of time. Tune in tomorrow for the first humans of CSU of this semester. Same time, same channel.